We present CapWear, a smart footwear system for peripheral perfusion monitoring through continuous plantar capillary refill time estimation. CapWear monitors peripheral blood flow as you walk by measuring capillary refill time, or CRT. So, what is capillary refill time? CRT is the time it takes for skin color to return after pressure is released. To measure it, you simply press the skin, release the pressure, and observe how long the color takes to return. A normal CRT is typically around 2 seconds. A prolonged CRT may indicate sepsis, dehydration, shock, or hypothermia. Despite its simplicity and clinical usefulness, CRT is typically measured by trained clinicians in clinical settings. This raises a question: can we measure capillary refill time unobtrusively in everyday life? To answer this question, we focus on an activity that already happens repeatedly throughout the day: walking. Each step naturally creates a pressure release cycle under the foot. When the foot lifts off the ground, blood refills the compressed area. CapWear uses this natural refill response to estimate CRT. However, measuring CRT in everyday walking presents two practical challenges. First, sensing must operate inside the shoe, a dark and space-constrained environment that requires compact hardware. Second, during normal walking, the refill process can usually be observed for less than 1 second. This is often too short to capture the full refill response. To address the first challenge, we built a compact optical module placed under the heel. The module integrates a force-sensing resistor sensor that detects walking phases such as heel strike and foot off. At its center, a miniature camera captures the refill process. LED strip inside the module provide consistent illumination inside the shoe. We placed a wall in between the camera and the LED strip so that direct light is blocked. An ESP32 board mounted on the shoe controls the sensing operations and communications with the smartphone. Next, to address the limited observation window, we defined two types of CRT: reference CRT and predicted CRT. Reference CRT is measured when CapWear has enough time to observe the full refill process. These opportunities occasionally occur in everyday life. For example, walking slowly or sitting with the legs crossed. CapWear collects these long signals and calculates the reference CRT using signal processing. We then use these reference CRT values as training labels for a 3D CNN. Once trained, it can predict CRT from the short observation windows captured during normal walking. For evaluation, an emergency medicine physician reviewed 32 plantar refill videos recorded by CapWear. The clinician-annotated CRT values showed a strong correlation with CapWear's prediction. By monitoring CRT during everyday walking, CapWear may help detect dehydration in children, monitor diabetic foot ulcers, and assess frostbite-related perfusion changes. In conclusion, CapWear transforms everyday walking into repeated opportunities for continuous peripheral perfusion monitoring. Thank you for your attention.